Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. My name is Matt, also known as the king of 5.7 by 28mm, because a lot of people on Reddit don't like me saying that, but I'm going to say it anyways. We have a very brief review today from FN Specialties in collaboration with JMac Customs. This is just kind of a simple review because there's not a lot to it. If you've been around the 5.7 game a while, you'll know what I'm talking about, but for any of our newcomers, our FN PS90, that is the 16-inch barrel, has a shroud on the end of it that effectively captures the barrel and locks it in the receiver. When you do a Form 1 to SBR that, you go to a 10.4 inch barrel, or if you have an FN P90 because you have a fancy little SOT and you have a full auto, you need something to capture the end of our barrel in our receiver. Typically in an AR-15 platform, the barrel is secured in the receiver with a barrel nut, but on the FN P90, you need some kind of muzzle device at the end to capture it. There are varying different types of OEM attachments, from the little cigar cutters to specific muzzle brakes designed for the OEM style B&T or Gemtech 5.7 suppressors. What most of us end up doing is buying the CMMG M12 to half 28 threads adapter, and then we either use a direct thread for our suppressor, or if we have some kind of muzzle brake that we prefer, we will then thread that on that 1/2 inch threads and time it. If it's a muzzle brake or a flash hider, you don't need to time it. So what I end up doing is buying a lot of our Yankee Hill QD muzzle brakes and or flash hiders. I usually buy the single port Kerr's QD muzzle brake for our short guns, and that's typically what I've run on this FN90. So R.A.N.G.E and JMac came up with a way to help cut some of the tolerance stacking that you end up doing by going from M12 the 1/2 inch to a muzzle brake, by incorporating that all into one single piece. So what we have here is their KeyMo muzzle brake adapter for the FN P90. This will install just like the CMMG M12 to 1/2 inch adapter. We have the little flat spot on the top of this muzzle brake that is effectively captured under the receiver. It does have to rotate and does have a little bit of back and forth play because there is a spring in there, but effectively we are cutting tolerances by having all of this machined into one. I will say I'm not too keen on having our muzzle brake ports on the bottom of this brake versus on the top, because you want them on the top, so that helps drive this down. But 5.7 is fairly low recoiling, so there shouldn't be too much of an issue with that. And then what I did is I have a YHM Turbo T3 that has our standard hub threads in the back, so I bought a hub to KeyMo adapter, and then now I can have a very short package to mount my suppressor on my FN90 that we have right here from FN Specialties. Well folks, that's all I have for you. There's not a lot to say about this because it is a muzzle brake. JMac Customs is licensed to make KeyMo adapters, and they make some of the finest muzzle brakes available. Very good tolerances and quality control on all the things that I pick up from JMac Customs. With all that being said, it's time for me to get the heck out of here, but at the end of all my videos, I take a moment to thank all those who helped make these possible, because there's a lot that goes into them. Number one is my family. Deacon came out here to do some shooting with me and help me out today. He was picking up leads with the side-by-side, so any time that I can spend with my family is greatly appreciated. Number two are my Patreon, Subscribe Star, and YouTube channel memberships. I have a campsite. In the description below, it's a landing page. There's affiliate codes, discount tracking links in there, and what those are is they earn me a sales commission. They cost you nothing, and what I do with that is I put it right back on the channel. I do have one for FN Specialty, so if you're looking at picking up this KeyMo adapter, that link will be in that campsite, and I earn a sales commission. And what I do with it is I buy more ammunition because I shoot a lot of 5.7. Number three is R.A.N.G.E over at FN Specialties. Again, in full transparency, sent me that KeyMo adapter to review with no strings attached, so I can provide him some installation and shooting feedback on it. And of course, number four is you all for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you at the range.